It's March 16, 1983. Motown Records is celebrating its 25th anniversary with a star-studded TV special, The Jackson 5 Reunite. Then, one figure remains on stage alone. Black sequined jacket, fedora hat, a single glove. He launches into Billie Jean. And then, for a few impossible seconds, he glides backwards as if defying gravity itself. The moonwalk. The crowd erupts. In that moment, the world changed. Before Michael Jackson, music videos were promotional fluff. Dance was just movement. Superstardom was distant. But Michael Jackson didn't just play the game. He rewrote the entire rulebook. To understand the king, we must first understand the prince. Michael Jackson's talent was forged in the relentless pressure cooker of the Jackson 5. Managed by his notoriously demanding father, Joe Jackson, young Michael was not allowed a childhood. He was drilled relentlessly in singing and dancing. He became a technical prodigy, a tiny powerhouse vocalist with the stage presence of a veteran. This was his academy, his brutal training ground, instilling in him an obsessive pursuit of perfection that would define his entire career. But it also left deep scars, a yearning for a lost childhood that would haunt him. His escape came through solo work. The 1979 album, Off the Wall, produced by the legendary Quincy Jones, was his declaration of independence. It was a dazzling fusion of R&B, funk, pop, and disco, showcasing his incredible vocal range and sophisticated musicality. It broke records for a black artist at the time, but more importantly, it was the first glimpse of his code, the seamless integration of sound and vision. He didn't just sing the songs, he saw them, envisioning short films, intricate choreography, and a new kind of total performance art. This obsession with visual presentation was evident even in the off-the-wall era. Videos like Don't Stop Till You Get Enough hinted at the future, showcasing his natural charisma and innovative dance moves against simple but striking backdrops. He understood, earlier than anyone, that in the coming age of television, the look of the music would be as important as the sound. He wasn't just making records, he was laying the groundwork for a multimedia assault on the senses. Then came 1982 and the release of Thriller. It wasn't just an album, it was a global event, a cultural phenomenon that shattered every record imaginable. And it was here that Michael Jackson rewrote the rules. Rule number 1, music videos are art. Before Thriller, music videos were cheap, often cheesy, promotional tools. Michael Jackson saw them as cinema. The video for Thriller, directed by Hollywood filmmaker John Landis, was a 14-minute horror movie masterpiece, complete with groundbreaking special effects and iconic choreography. It wasn't just played on MTV, it was demanded. Videos like Billie Jean with its Midas touch visuals and Beat It with its epic dance-off didn't just sell albums, they broke racial barriers on MTV, forcing the channel to play black artists and changing the landscape of music television forever. Rule number 2, dance is language. The Motown 25 performance wasn't just about singing, it was the unveiling of the moonwalk. This single move, seemingly defying physics, became his signature, an instantly recognizable code known across the globe. His dance style was a unique fusion, borrowing from the elegance of Fred Astaire, the raw energy of James Brown, and the sharp precision of Bob Fosse, but synthesized into something entirely new. His choreography wasn't just decoration, it was storytelling, an essential part of the music itself. The moonwalk itself wasn't entirely new. Street dancers had been doing variations of it for years, but Michael Jackson perfected it, polished it, and presented it to the world at the exact right moment, on the biggest possible stage. His genius wasn't just in the execution, but in the timing and the context. He took an underground move and turned it into a global phenomenon. a testament to his ability to absorb influences and transform them into pure, iconic pop magic. Rule number 3. Superstardom is performance art. Michael Jackson understood the power of mystique. The single glove, the fedora, the military-inspired jackets, the increasingly reclusive lifestyle, it was all part of a carefully constructed persona. He wasn't just a singer, he was a character, an almost mythical figure who existed slightly outside of reality. He controlled his image with an obsessive precision, creating a global brand that was instantly recognizable and endlessly fascinating. He didn't just sell music, he sold magic. His global domination continued with albums like Bad and Dangerous. The music videos became even more ambitious, like the gravity-defying Lean in Smooth Criminal. His world tours were spectacles on an unprecedented scale, incorporating elaborate stagecraft, pyrotechnics, and flawless choreography. He wasn't just performing concerts, he was creating immersive experiences. The scale of his fame was unlike anything seen before. He wasn't just a pop star, he was arguably the most famous human being on the planet. His appearances caused mass hysteria, his every move was scrutinized by the global media. This level of adoration and attention, however, came with an unbearable weight. The pressure to constantly innovate, to maintain the myth, and to live up to the title of King of Pop created an isolation that few could comprehend. But the immense pressure of being the most famous person on the planet began to take its toll. His physical appearance underwent dramatic changes, fueling endless media speculation. His desire for privacy clashed with the public's insatiable hunger for every detail of his life. And then came the controversies, the legal battles that would tarnish his image and cast a dark shadow over his later years. Briefly mention legal issues without details. The man who had meticulously controlled his world was losing control of his own narrative. His death in 2009, just before a planned comeback tour, sent the world into mourning. But his legacy was already secure. Michael Jackson didn't just make hit songs, he fundamentally changed the DNA of pop music. He proved that music videos could be high art. He elevated dance to an essential element of pop performance. He defined what it meant to be a global superstar in the modern media age. His influence transcended genre and generation. Artists across the spectrum, from R&B singers to K-pop groups to electronic music producers, studied his work. His vocal techniques, his dance moves, his approach to visual storytelling, they all became part of the universal language of pop. He didn't just rewrite the rules, he created the textbook that everyone else would study for decades to come. Every pop artist who came after him, from Madonna to Beyoncé to Justin Timberlake, operates within the rules that he rewrote. He was the architect of modern pop stardom, a visionary who saw the future of music and built it himself, even if the cost to his own humanity was immense. And that is the architecture of the code of Michael Jackson. Remember, history is more than a story. It's a code. And there is always another layer to decrypt. Subscribe and continue the investigation with us.